Back again. Next thing on the list is to do the shocks. They had some leaky oil seals. I think the first time I've done this on like a proper bike, as opposed to like kiddie bikes. I don't think I even bothered when I was younger. It might be the first time I've ever done it anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to whip them out, and I'm going to make a tool because they're a ball ache otherwise. So yeah, just going to drain them, and while they're off, they're really cruddy. So I'm going to paint them. I think I'll paint the engine at the same time. I'm going to try a little trick, see if that works. But yeah, here we go. What I've done, I've just cleaned them up, wired them down. I've got all of this, the paint on it was really brittle, so I took all that off and just etched these, and then what I'm going to do is water down some truck bed liner and hit these and the engine at the same time, just to clean it up a little bit. Hopefully that should just, for now, it's alright. I'm going to paint the whole thing eventually if I do, so there's no point in spending ages now and then have to do it all again. If you're interested in the reason why I'm painting by candlelight, because all my LED strips and everything, well, my LED strip and my other LED light have bust. So I've got some of these. Got the engine case painted. It's a lot better than it was. It's still not perfect, and it's like rough edges in that. It does make the rest of it look really dirty now, but it's better than it was. And I guess just doing little bits and pieces as you go makes it all look a little bit better. The other bits are drying. I did drop one of the forks on the floor, so it's probably really scuffed. But yeah, it's just slowly cleaning that up, and I just don't like leaving stuff really, really bad. But that's done. Move on to the next thing. While the paint's drying, I just plastic welded the mudguard that was broken. So I'm going to clean this up, get that ready, and I think once that's done, I might start looking at the exhaust or look at this front end. I'm assuming because of the mudguard and everything else, this had an accident at some point and then the fairings and everything were taken off, and the radiator's mangled, but it's solid still. So I think what I'm going to do is just keep it for now, and the oil cooler lines need redoing, but they work so far. It's not perfect, but they work, so I'm going to leave them for now. But I'm just going to have a quick look at the front and dress it up a little bit, fix it. So I'm going to do the exhaust now.
Just pop.
Yep.
The little nipple has a hat. Ta-da! Fork seals.
That's as far as I've got so far. Everything's tacked up. The geometry I did play around with it for ages, but it was just annoying, so I didn't film a lot of that. But I've got everything done. It's pretty ugly. There's some gaps and that need filling, but I'm gonna finish putting a few more tacks on, make a bracket for it, or I might not make the bracket until I've welded it up completely. So tack it all up as best as I can with it on. So take the wheel off, tack it, take it off, weld it all, clean it up, pop it back on, see how it fits, put all the gaskets in and everything, and then if that's good, then I'll make the bracket for the back to hold it up. The engine case is cleaned up a lot more. There's a bit of dirt on it now. Now it's cured, it's got like a nice texture on it. It looks like plasticized, like powder coat, like matte powder coat. I think it looks alright. It's a good solution, I think, for doing stuff that you don't want it to look too gloss and you don't want it just to look horrendously matte. It looks like a factory finish, I think. So yeah, that's going to be it, and next time hopefully I'll get the exhaust done. Oh, and I did all the seals and everything, so yeah, they're all done. Yeah, good. Here's a top tip for you. This goes for, I guess, everything you buy. Anything, I guess, mechanical like this, or especially like gas and stuff. What I've found is a lot of the time, like with compressors or anything with valves and hoses and so on, like anything that is mechanical, especially industrial, and you get it, it's going to be made China or somewhere like that. Like it or not, unless you're paying good money, and that's why things that cost money, is a lot of the time there's issues with assembly with these things. So I noticed I was using a lot of gas, and then I basically refitted everything and PTFE'd it, and because these fittings aren't that great and they're not made to good tolerances, because they're just cheap, they leak somewhat, like ever so, like just a weep. So ever since I refitted it and checked everything and retightened everything, took everything apart and done it, because they're just assembled quickly, and sometimes all the fittings are loose and they're not, and stuff, especially like on the back of welders, if you've got like a gas inlet or whatever on MIGs and so on, is just check all the fittings and then reseal them, because they're not done pretty well. The compressor I've got in the shed outside, one of the fittings just blew off. Got the exhaust done, looks nice, all fits in there, everything works. Quick little bracket,